Siedlo Ssekikubo okuteeka emikono ku kiwandiiko ekigoba oba ekijja obwesigwa babaka ba Parliament abeegabira akawumbya ku obukadde 7 abaafuna ebitaano abaafuna ebina katusobola tumufune.
On behalf of my team, I take the moment to sincerely apologize to you because we had scheduled the presser at 10. We are now coming to 1. So I take personal responsibility in that it wouldn't have been prudent of me to appear singularly on this very important matter. That's why we had to wait on colleagues. But by and large, with moving forward, we shall be scheduling so that members know that we have a scheduled meeting of this, so that we don't have this last-minute calling. And today, we are happy to announce that the process of signature gathering is still ongoing. We had anticipated that today we should have been done with the signatures. But incidentally, when we go through harmonizing who have signed for my colleagues, who have signed on the table, who have signed elsewhere, that's how we could not come up properly with the figures. But we are not abandoned, we are not about to drop this matter. We are moving very steadfast. We are here, but again we have devised other means so that we can get those under 10 signatures. We come with a number of under 10. So the under 10 probably may ask, that's why I never wanted to go into the specifics, but I believe such an important motion cannot be abandoned on account of only 7 signatures. Only 7 signatures. We couldn't abandon. That's why you see us insisting. We are trying all ways and means. Carrying the 170 signatures is heavy on us here seated. There is no way we can go and tell members that no, we dropped the motion because of failure to have some 7 patriotic members. That's why we shall do everything within our means to reach out to the members. We are sure we are having our members whom we are going to meet. We are sure we are having the DP block, they are organizing themselves and other members. We are sure those members who are not signed and who were not here at the other day at Parliament, we are sure they are going to sign. So that's where we are. It's a dilemma. We can't keep to ourselves. We have to put it to you so that you know where we are and what we should be doing. Number 2, on our briefing, we are having a move to the Western region. We were in Hoima and we moved to Jinja, but at Hoima, the members, those who we had gone to meet, again ran and came back to Kampala. So you can see how difficult it is. You go for them, now they run back to Kampala. But we now chose to go for those who have invited us. So tonight we are coming to Mbarara. We shall visit the area radio stations. We shall be having a talk show at Radio West. We shall continue to the area TVs. We shall continue further to in digital programs. We are there to link up with our colleagues, members of Parliament who are there. And then from there, we shall move through Toro sub-region at some other point. But then you know we have the eastern and the northern regions, which need still to be canvassed. So that's where we are. From here, we are hitting the road. Number 3, we are still awaiting being facilitated with the vehicle. And dear members of press, when we talked about this, we communicated to the clerk, because ordinarily, the clerk should be the one to do that day-to-day business. And the clerk moved in to say that, no, it's not me, it is the speaker. Then we wrote to the speaker and the clerk, and indeed the letter was received by both the speaker's office and the clerk's office. You remember it was Monday last week, but we understand that this week, now the speaker has communicated to the clerk, telling him handle. And we know the speaker is very fond of that. Once she wants to dodge, even for those traveling abroad, if the speaker wants to give you, for those who have been applying, for those who have gone through her hands, she tells the clerk, please process, then you know you are in the thing. Please handle, then you know she's denying. Because once you come now to the clerk says, the speaker is not being clear. Handle means what? And yet, as we move, we find people holding other functions, housewarming, fundraisings, and we find parliamentary buses. Can you imagine? So we do hope that the speaker, like last week in Hoima, when we went and met the MPs, 4 buses on a purely non-parliamentary activity. 4 buses were there on purely non-parliamentary activity. And for us, we are under our rules of procedure. We are enjoined by the rules of procedure. Having 100 signatures of members is too heavy. Now for us, we have 170 signatures. That can't be nonsense. That is serious matter. Save for the technicality that you need 177. But if the speaker was liberal, now she says there is no business in parliament, she would have allowed us to table the motion, even if we are 170 as we are. The 77 is a mere technicality. The 177 is a mere technicality. But if the speaker was liberal in her thinking, even getting 50 signatures would be enough to cause the matter to be debated. Even getting 70 signatures would be enough. Even 100 would be enough. But we have, amidst the problems, amidst the phone calls, amidst the foreign trips, amidst the per diem, members, we want to thank those members who have stood their ground and have appended their signatures. Dear members of the press, we are in a very difficult situation in the country as parliament. A very difficult situation. And you know it. Never in the history of the country has the president ever thrown the budget back to parliament. Very unfortunate. But here we are. We are in the storm surrounding, and that's why we wonder, how could a right-thinking member of parliament avoid discussing and debating corruption at parliament when all the facts are showing that things are not good here? So we are entreating the speaker and the clerk, let them not play games. You are the speaker of parliament. This is a parliament of Uganda, not for any person. That's why, whether you like it or not, you have to provide for the leader of opposition with the vehicles and other means of transport and facilitation. So what is the problem for not providing for members who want to cause a debate on this? We did not want to use harsh words, but we are wondering about the thinking. We've been patient. But you facilitate other activities, but not a parliamentary activity. This is unacceptable. And I wanted to mention on a few things. One, we are members seeking signatures to have the matter of corruption by the 4 commissioners debated. But we are increasingly watching the high-handedness the Uganda police is exhibiting when matters regarding Parliament arise. Why do you go ahead and make sure you arrest and you detain people in Ruzira because they protested? Can you imagine? A lady, a single lady who was holding a poster, we know now she's at Ruzira. We are not happy about that. How about the former Deputy RDC Burora? Okay, you've succeeded in throwing him out of his office. Isn't that enough? But the poor man has to be hounded back to Ruzira. Why? There are those who are powerful, and this country has seen many powerful people. Every day they abuse Museveni, they draw him in cartoons with a sharp-pointed head. Because this is politics. If you do not want to be criticized, stay in your house. Don't come to politics. Politics you have to tolerate. You caution, you advise, you reprimand. There are lots of ways you can do that. But this level of intolerance you are seeing, we are not happy. This is the first time I'm seeing the Speaker of Parliament causing 2 people to be detained at Ruzira because they spoke or they did not appreciate the Speaker's statements or standing. It is the first time I'm seeing it. So it's not good. Let us be tolerant. Don't use power. And they are using parliamentary police here. They're using parliamentary police to arrest people. And yet the scene of crime was not here for Burora.
Outside your jurisdiction.
It was not here. The crime scene was not here.
Even what crime?
So we are coming out to say that why is the country keeping quiet about that excess? Lastly, colleagues, some goons the other weekend accessed Parliament. They went down, they made off with the TV screen in the gym and the music system. As people are practicing, they play their thing with the aerobics. So the goons accessed Parliament. They took away the screen, they took away even the music system. But then there is a plot to throw out the police. They want to use that as a pretext to say that the police is incompetent, therefore police should leave Parliament, and they introduce another security agents to protect Parliament. And yet, everywhere you step, there are these CCTV. That's why even our tape of record is protected by that camera. The moment they touch that camera, we shall come out very strongly. Everywhere you step, there is a camera. How could the goons pass through there? They accessed, they took those. But you know history is repeating itself. In 1933, when Hitler wanted to take power in Germany, he used arsonists who burnt down the National Assembly in Germany. 2930 there. So even now, the poor policemen here at Parliament, they don't want them. But now they used their own system. Who did the people to come and steal from Parliament, imagine. Next to the gym is where the circle is. If there were thieves, why didn't they go to the circle? Why didn't they access the parliamentary circle
And the printer.
And the printer, they are there. Next.
And the,
But now they carried away the TV screen and they carried away the music system. Say, you see, the police is incompetent. We don't want them here. Can you imagine? So we are saying stop using those tricks. Don't use the tricks. We know them. It's unfair. You know, this parliament is such a huge institution that all of us can be accommodated. All of us. Nobody belongs to this parliament. But allow the members to be here. Allow the staff to be here. Allow the press to be here. We hear that once you write critical stories, you are thrown out. Even you. That's why I'm seeing you timid with your pens. You want to write, you can't write.
no, others are spies.
Because the moment you do that, then you are thrown out. This is nobody's home. It is an institution of the country. We can all be accommodated.
The contract is 5 years.
Let the policemen also stay. Let the cleaners stay. Let everybody stay. This institution can cater for all Ugandans. I thank you very much.
Who is coming next? Is it you? I think the lady.
Despite the hurdles that we are facing, we are determined to conclude this process, and nothing is going to come through to stop us from proceeding. Even if we are denied a vehicle, we have our own personal vehicles. We shall use these personal vehicles to reach out to members of parliament who are in their constituencies. Secondly, it is a duty of every citizen under Article 17 of the Constitution to combat corruption and misuse of public property and funds. There have been allegations about corruption in this parliament. And we cannot, try to block everybody who is trying to speak out about corruption in this parliament. His Excellency, the President, has spoken. How comes he's not being arrested? Why are people arresting innocent citizens who are exercising their constitutional right? Because demonstrating peacefully and freedom of speech are a constitutional right, clearly enshrined in our Constitution. So I want to call upon the law enforcement agencies. Let us not be high-handed. We are supposed to be guided by the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Article 17, to be specific. Go and read. And if I can read for you specifically, 17, duties of a citizen to combat corruption and misuse or wastage of public property. And if there have been allegations about corruption and citizens are expressing their displeasure about what is going on in Parliament, which is the constitutional right, why would you arrest such a person? I want to call upon Ugandans, please rise up. The Inspectorate of Government, it is your responsibility. You are paid a salary to actually investigate and publish your reports. We are waiting for the IGG's office to come and investigate this Parliament. My call is on the citizens. Please rise up. It is also your constitutional mandate to speak up. You are the ones who elected members of Parliament. Please ask your members of Parliament why they are not supporting this motion, where we simply want to have an open discussion about what goes on in Parliament. Why? Are they accomplices? Please watch out. Thank you.
First of all,
Should I start in English or Luganda? You see, I want first to thank the fourth arm. You've helped us. And indeed, you are doing a good job. This is the first time in the Parliament of Uganda I'm seeing members of the opposition fearing to sign a legitimate motion. This is the first time in our history. This motion is bipartisan. And we come in as opposition and the NRM members and any member of parliament, including independents. But history is going to bear me out that this is the first time we are seeing opposition, a full political party, Democratic Party, coming every day. We are organizing ourselves and all that. And our work is going to be on them after here, because this table will remain here until the motion goes into the House. One thing we should note, Mr. Fourth Arm, we have every document backing our motion. Whether you tried to doctor it, we have it. Secondly, we are enjoying scenes here at Parliament. Every week there is a new unfolding about corruption in Parliament. Every week. On Tuesday, we got a new unfolding, a letter from General Museveni saying Parliament, members of Parliament are corrupt. It was black and white. Now here I'm getting another story, stealing over a screen in a gym. And all that is under the leadership of the Commission. It is the Commission. Any mischief going on in Parliament is under the control of the Commission. And they are aware of whatever is happening. So, what is happening now is this gentleman going around abusing us. The day my mother produced me, I started crying that very hour I came out of her womb. And that was a signal that I'm talking. Nobody can gag Sewung or any member here. But frankly speaking, members of Parliament, fellow members of Parliament, someone who alleges, says that you don't know how to read, and you also accept that you don't know how to read in the public, and you come in the morning, you enter this building with a nice bag, very good lipstick, earrings, then another one is a very expensive tie, brand new vehicle. You enter, look at that gentleman, the member of Parliament cannot read. You go for canteen, you take your breakfast, lunch, and you end the day like that. Dear voters, this is your role. Whenever you see us on cameras, it's you to go and nag, continue nagging those voters, those members of Parliament who came in the rallies telling you, promising you earth and heaven, that I'm going to Parliament. But now they are here, quiet, numb, doing nothing. We are lucky. For us, we are playing our role. This table will not go away from here because our motion has no time limit. Even if there's one member remaining and it will come up to the end of the session of this Parliament, we shall be having this table here. We shall be having this table. But we shall enter those chambers and debate. We shall enter those chambers and debate. You imagine, we started this motion, remember some people were on radio saying, I have never got the money. I'm waiting for it. On radio. Yes. Now they are saying, you don't know how to read. You passed the money. So which is which? You said I'm waiting for the money. And when we invite them for a joint debate on radio, they don't want to appear. You invite us. Sewungu, Ssekikubo, call the commissioners, the four of them. Come and sit on the program on any television of Uganda, on the radio. We debate this matter. They are fearing. You invite them even on X, they run away before the program ends. So what are we saying? We are requesting you people, voters, in Masaka, in Rengo, Sembabure, Yantonde, Hoima. Your MPs come here and they start telling, we are waiting for our voters to tell us. We are waiting. Now we are telling you. We are waiting. And when he comes here, you see, you know my problems. When I sign, then the speaker, you know, is a Catholic and I'm a Catholic. Catholics don't entertain theft. I have my rosary here and I can hold it here. Where did it allow me to steal? Where did this rosary allow me to steal? We must get something. This institution must be insulated. We are here for a contract of 5 years. And that contract must be handled fruitfully. But what we are seeing here, and I want to state it here, members of the press, every week you will continue getting new unfoldings. And luckily enough, you publish them. Now, Ssekikubo Okulemesa, that's true. Even that the music system. A music system and the screen. And they are going to respond after us. They are going to respond. So let us go out and look for these signatures. But I can assure you, it is very, very unprecedented that we have members. We used to be the first one to say, what justification do you give? That's why I told you, handle those members of parliament. Don't fear them. Thank you very much. Let him finish at once.
Okay, let him finish, then we come.
My name. I represent the people of Nakaseke North.
Is it okay here?
Yeah.
Is it okay here?
Get him.
Young one.
No,
it's okay.
My name is Nyongore Enoch, representing Nakaseke North.
Yeah, they are there.
It will come, You know,
it's okay.
Now, my question is one. Parliament elected or they appointed the commission. The commission is the one that must handle day-to-day affairs of the parliament. Now, if things are not going on well, whom should we ask? Whom should we ask? This is the leadership of parliament. Now, we are asking, there's some unfoldings as our colleagues have been telling you, but we need answers. How shall we get answers? And we are not getting answers on our own behalf, but on people that sent us.
Yes.
We are going there, they are actually challenging us that this parliament is a corrupt parliament. How shall we now sort out ourselves that this was in support of the act and this one is not? Why can't we allow us to have this chance to debate it?
Yes.
It is just simple. Append a signature. We are not saying this is a verdict.
Yes.
But this is a platform where we can have a debate and a decision is taken.
Yes.
What is the problem? Fellow members of parliament, I know that those who are completely innocent, and I don't know how commissioners relate with parliamentarians. Let also the commission come and give us what really the allegation is about.
Yes.
What is the problem with that? I think there we shall go. Then for these other things that are coming on, I urge Minister of Internal Affairs should prevail over these arrests.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the
I
problem?
know the field.
Is this state inspired? Can we say that? It is not.
Misuse of power.
It is not. Let minister prevail over and say, please, we don't know this kind of arrests. A representative of the society cannot turn against them.
Yes.
I think there, I call upon minister. In fact, it would be okay if parliament was sitting. We would ask, under what circumstances are these people being jailed? And we would deserve answers.
Yes.
And a statement to that effect. With that, I thank you so much.
Brilliant.
I thank you so much. The struggle against corruption in Parliament is still on. The struggle is on, but members of Parliament are being kept away from us. We are now calling the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda Anita Among to step aside. The Speaker must step aside. She has done her best to keep members away from us, keeping them in recess. We have decided to reach the members in their constituencies. Last week, we were in Bunyoro. We covered Busoga. We requested for transport. We wrote to the Clerk of Parliament of Uganda on 25th to avail us with transport. The clerk told us to consult the Speaker. We should write to the Speaker, Anita Among. We wrote to Anita Among, the Speaker, requesting for transport. From 25th until 2nd, yesterday she claimed she had responded to the clerk. Right now, a few minutes back, I'm from meeting the clerk. And the clerk has told me the instruction the Speaker gave her is flat, that I should handle. The clerk is telling me, what can I handle? Can you imagine that? We are requesting for transport to do national duty. Not allowances. Just a parliamentary van, fuel and security. Now the clerk is telling me, get back to the Speaker. I called her yesterday. Why are they fooling us? What do they want for us to do? What does Anita Among want us to do? Let us step aside. We are doing national duty, national duty. We are trying to reach the people. Now it is time for us to reach the voters, Ugandans, the taxpayers, to call their MPs to come and sign. This is the fight against corruption, which is here. We are saying sign so that this motion can be put on the order paper, so that we debate. Why are people running away from debate? The question today is Anita Among in support of our motion so that it can be debated? That money was stolen. If not, let us present our evidences. We debate. All we want is a debate. We don't want anything. Let the commissioners come and defend themselves. We are requesting for transport. They have refused to give us transport. Today we are going to be in Mbarara in a talk show. Today, Friday. And tomorrow, we shall be in Bushenyi. We close with Western. Tell the voters, tell the taxpayers to tell their MPs to come and sign. And they are going to sign. We are crossing to West Nile. We are crossing Arua in West Nile. We are getting to Gulu in northern Uganda. We are getting to Lira for Lango sub-region. We are going to Karamoja. We close Sebei, come to Bugishu, Soroti, chapter closed. We are leaving the role now to the voters, the taxpayers, now to call their MPs. We must reach them, and we are going to reach them. Whether Among gives us the bus or not, we shall reach the people. But let her hear our cry. We are in Parliament now. Let her give us transport and fuel plus security.
But why?
We need it. Why is it not being given to us? When the other day we were in Hoima, 4 parliamentary buses were in Hoima. When for us we are using our own fuel, our own transport to do national duty. Is that fair? Is that fair? Ugandans, is that fair? Nevertheless, our struggle continues. We are going to fight. We are going to fight that this parliament is off and free corruption. It is going to happen. At any cost, we are ready. We are ready on that. Please, Anita, step aside.
Because we are celebrating the achievements and the legacy of President Museveni, who have served this nation since 1986. But today, the major problem this country is facing is corruption. I see the major threat to the government of Uganda today than even road resistance army, because it is in Congo, but corruption in Uganda, it is everywhere.
Yes. By the way, I've talked. Let us also send somebody to arrest me. Yeah? I should be arrested because now I've talked about the speaker. Yeah?
It cannot be.
No.
So
this is too much.
This motion, the major objective is to discuss corruption which is being centered around Parliament. Because even the president told us that he used to hear that there is corruption, but now he has evidence that there is corruption in the Parliament here. That's what we want. Let members append their signatures. Corruption is stealing public funds or misuse. And public funds means voters' money. Not our money, not Ssekikubo money. No. It is not Ssekikubo's money or Sewungu's. Not my money, but the voters who sent us here. We have a mandate. We make them pay taxes. Then we mishandle those taxes. That's a corruption. That's what we want to discuss. Because remember, if we can fail to table this matter, it is an evidence. It is a verdict that there is corruption here in the Parliament. It is us to exonerate ourselves by discussing this matter. We either get the evidence or fail, and then the name of the Parliament is cleared. We are charged with the duty to ensure proper accountability. We as Parliament, how do you go to other entities to ensure accountability when there is no proper accountability in Parliament? I have been in Public Accounts Committee since I joined the Parliament, but I find my OBs and ask me, you are grilling us, but what is happening there where you are? Are you clean? Do you have clean hands? This Parliament, we are supposed to handle this matter. We are supposed to clean our face before we go to others. We join in Honorable Ssekikubo to reinforce him, to make him strong, that we are going to go around this country, to request the Ugandans to join us, to tell members to append their signatures, because they are in charge of their members. If your member has not signed, are you okay that side? According to our IGG's report, we lose 10 trillion every year. But if I can get only 500 million, only a half a trillion, that is 500 billion, you give to Mubende district, I can get all roads constructed, I can get all city schools, I can get all health centers in the press, only half a trillion, but we lose 10 trillion every year. That is not our money. It is voters' money, who are supposed to get services in return of paying the taxes. We are fighting for the voters. You should come out also to assist us on the members of Parliament who are not willing to append their signatures, so that we can discuss this matter, that proper accountability is ensured in Parliament, so that also we can be example to others, like local governments, like other entities and agencies of the government, where we are supposed to make the oversight role. I thank you. Twavayo kuteekako emikono ku nsonga eno y'okulanga tujjamu obwesige ku bakomishona baffe abana oluvannyuma lw'okugabana akawumbi kamu miliyoni 7. Ebyo ebitwogeddwako nga Parliament bingi nga bagamba tuli bali banguzi, ne President yavuddeyo n'akyogera mu maaso ga Parliament n'agamba nali mpulira nti wali muli enguzi naye kati nina n'obujulizi. Ne tuvayo katulete motion eno. Motion eno si akugoba abakomishona by the way. Wabula twagala tusooke tulabe kituufu enguzi weeri bwe kibanga kyekyali mateeka era tubagobebwe, kubanga waliwo abagamba ffe bye twayisa mwayisa abasente bazirye naye temwasoma, era twagala kola bw'obanga tewabba lwaki odduka ku poliisi. Bw'obanga omanyi twakiyisa lwaki twoleka ne tukiteesaako mu Parliament n'oleeta obujulizi n'olaga obujega bwaffe nti twakiyisa nga tetukitegedde. Bw'obanga mumanyi nti twakiyisa muteekeko emikono. Abantu bonna bamanyi Parliament tuli babbi, niye bannange mutuyambe, tuli banjawulo. tulimu ebiwayi bibiri waliwo abasayininga tugamba ffe obubbi tetubuliimu era bamugamba tuli babbi muleke tukiteeseeko twabe omubba n'atali mubbi naye abamu baganya okuteekako emikono bwe tutateekako emikono tukiteeseeko Pulezidenti Museveni kyagamba nti Paalamenti ejjudde obuli bw'enguzi kijja kuba kituufu kubanga singa tebuliiwo twanditaddeko emikono tekiteesaako ne tulaga ensi nti tuli beerufu okusinziira ku lipooti yakaliisoliiso w'eggwanga tufiirwa ssente ezenkana tiriyoni 10 naye tiriyoni 10 nibo mpaka ekitundu kya tiriyoni nze ewange Mubende amasomero gonna gazimbibwa amalwaliro gazimbibwa abantu bafuna amazzi amasomero gazimbibwa just ekitundu kya tiriyoni naye tufiirwa tiriyoni 10 buli mwaka emyaka 5 zibeera meka bannayuganda zino ssente zaabwe si zaffe wadde tulondebwa ne tujja wano naye tuli wano in trust olw'abantu abatulonda betulwana nabo nti bafune ka service naye omuntu akirwanyisa kino tayagala bannayuganda era kyekigenda kusula gavumenti yenaalemu gye tuwagala nyambadde yero kubanga tuserebulatinga Pulezidenti Museveni byakoze naye ekizibu kyayina leero ekisinga nekonyi n'abayeekera yenguzi enguzi kyekintu kigenda kusula gavumenti ya Uganda kubanga abantu bawa omusolo mungi naye ng'ate tebafuna services mwebali
tukyagenda bukwaku n'okuŋŋaanya n'okusolooza emikono tugirwanyeeko naye tetwagala tubeere nti awampi walemekera okubuuka tulayo emikono 7 bwe giti naye mu ebyo byonna Paalamenti ne Sipiika Anita Among abakubanga mwenkanya okugamba 177 just mere technicality naye bw'osobola okukuŋŋaanya emikono gy'ababaka 50 aba Paalamenti babeera competent kubanga ne committee reports zemulaba tusoma ku Paalamenti bagamba third committee bwebeera n'ababaka 35 a third be babaka 10 bokka baleeta motion report ne tugiteesaako naye ababaka ne bawera 5 ate bali bamanyi tetujja kuweza mikono 3 ne bawera 10 50 60 17 abange awo kiba kimala bulungi okuleeta motion ate naddala Sipiika yagambye nti tulina business n'olwekyo ababaka bagende beebaka ewaabwe ne tulina business yino weeri kale tusaba ababaka abakyabulayo baleme kumamukisa motion eno egenda kuyamba Paalamenti eno nnyo kiruma naye tetujja kutuula ne bannange tugenda embalala olwaleero tugenda Bushenyi olwaleero tugezeeko okulaba nga tutuuka ku babaka fe ogwaffe tugenda gukola tugenda kutuuka mu Uganda yonna n'olwekyo tusaba abakungu bonna ababaka ba Paalamenti naddala gye tugenda Mbarara tulinayo ababaka omubaka omu Honorable Basil Batalingaya Mbarara yonna nga bwe mugimanyi kanimagine tayebwa w'ekiruhura awamu ne Reuben w'Isingiro naye ettundutundu eri lyonna ate nga yeeva ne chairman owa trade
ne finance
ripooti ye ku cooperatives yaleetedde ababaka obuzibu yeeva chairperson wa committee ya finance ow'ensimbi naye ayagala finance azikolere wansi w'emmeeza tayagala debate can you imagine Mbarara Isingiro Bushenyi Honorable Mawanda yekka yagamba wadde mbamanyi munjiga naye nze ntaddeko omukono abalala Mitoma where the deputy speaker comes from is not leading by example takulembedde bantu abe Mitoma takulembedde abantu abe Buweju nobody Shema where professors come from. If it is not Professor Kamuntu, it is Professor Mshemeza. If it is not Professor Mshemeza, it is the professors. I don't want that. It is only Honorable Biraro Gansanga of Buwezu, who signed. Awo abalala bali luddawa. Ba Professor Musenyi naddala Sema bwetabayo Professor Musemeza eriyo Professor Kamuntu bwetabayo Professor eriyo Professor awandika ku mazzi bwe bati. Naye bwe kituuse ku motion eno obeera otya ne Nakasabwongo ategeera yegwe Professor ne motion eno omutwe n'ogukweka munda w'emmeeza. Kale tuli ku mbeera eyo tugenda kweyongerayo naye naddala ebitundu ebyo n'otulya lyantonde neebula n'otunuulira ibanda neebulayo n'omu. Ekyo kye tuliko. Ekyokubiri, twagala okutegeeza eggwanga nti tuli bennyamivu nnyo olw'embeera omukono ogw'ekyuma ogukozesebwa abo bonna abalagala obutali bumativu. Omukyala yali ayimiridde wali mu maaso ga Palamenti n'ekipande kyokka nga talina ku kyayogedde. Bwe twogerera bino atemeza luzira. Bulola yali Deputy RDC e Rubaga. Bamugoberedde bamugobyeyo. Ate musajja watu akyali waka akyanoonya famire bwebeerawo kati we bamututte luzira. Sijja kudda ku byazaake. Twakitandikirawo nga kisaaga ayogedde aweereza message ya WhatsApp eri Sipiika n'olwekyo agobwe. Naye abaffe tugamba bw'obeera omukulembeze beera n'ekisa saasira. Ffenna tukimanyi okugoba ku mulimu. Bulola ajjiddwako ku mulimu gwe bamugobye n'ekyo tekikumala ekiruyi tekikuvaamu mu mutima nti era kale mugonzezza. Njagala mbategeeze poliisi ya Palamenti eve mu kukozesa ebbereegye wano. Poliisi ya Palamenti ya wano yebakwata Bulola weeri ne bamukwata nga bakozesa poliisi ya wano. Tuvumirira enkola eyo bw'obeera omukulembeze. Emirungi mingi President Museveni bamukuba mu bufaananyi ng'asongodde omutwe naye n'abiraba n'aleka n'abivaako. Ebyensi bwe bibeera. Toyinza kubeera ng'oli w'amaanyi nnyo n'ogamba buli omu ojja musiba. Ekyo tusaba Madamu Sipiika Anita Among bw'abeera nga Sipiika wa Palamenti kitegeeza abantu aboogera ku nsonga z'obuntu baveeko leka kubasiba. Baveeko. Ani anaayogera kati? Abaka ba Palamenti obalaba wano n'abasajja abasiba empale bonna bagudde bwe bati. Bw'omanyi ab'amaanyi mu Palamenti abatambula ne swaga wano. Kireke. N'olwekyo tusaba malagaleka. Kyennyongerako bakozesezza bakifeesi balumbye Palamenti ne bayita wali emmanju ne bayingira ne banyakulawo TV ne music system abajimu gye bakolerako jimu ne bagitwala. Naye nga bakifeesi bapange ekigendererwa nti poliisi ne security ya Palamenti bagambe nti tesaanidde eveewo baleete ekitongole ekirala ekyebyokwerinda kye kiba kikuuma wano. Naye buli w'olinnya wonna mu Palamenti waliwo kamera. Ate wano bwe babbye ku jimu okuliraana wali sako awaterekebwa essente z'ababaka ba Palamenti sako yaabwe n'ekyuma ekikuba ebyapa nga tebaagenzeeyo wadde okukwata ku seefu n'emu baba babadde babbi. Ne mujjukira ne Germany Hitler bwe yakola ate ye yatuma bakifeesi ne bookya Palamenti atera agambe nti bakomunist ne basocialist babi atera awamba eggwanga. Kati ne wano bakozeseza bakifeesi ne babba TV ne radio batere balimbirira abakuuma Palamenti nti basajja batu be beetabye era baveewo wano bagende. Kiki? Palamenti y'eggwanga ezindiddwa wano wawa olinnya nga tewaliwo kamera ekuuma emmeeza eno ey'ebyafaayo naffe tugirina wano waggulu. Kamera yaffe yekuuma wano kyova olaba n'emikono gyaffe abaagala okugibba tugireka wano. Emikono tugireka wano bajje babbe emikono tugirekawo kamera ebalabe. olaba n'olwekyo tugamba omubaka ababadde bategeka okubba emikono nti bafiira bwereere naye bw'olaba kikolebwa naye Parliament tusaba ebeere ya tolerance tukkiriziganye ffenna ow'amawulire bw'awandiika ekitasanyusa nti aveewo wano ku Parliament baabuwe kati ne bannamawulire peeni baziwandiika kati bazikyusiza bati mu kifo ky'okusimba peeni awandiike bagikyusa n'awandiika bw'ati peeni tezikyakwata bwino kamera bwe bava wano mu television room zaabwe bye bajje wano ate bamala kubiyisaako walala ate abalala bamala okubira sipiika wama madamu eno sitole gye tukoze egende ku mpewo ya Uganda madamu mwe temukyaripootinga na migongo gyammwe ate it is not a privilege mulina freedom to cover anywhere in this country ne mu Parliament kale mutukoze bubi kakati ekisembayo mumanyi twasaba wiiki ewedde twasaba emmotoka tugende tukole omulimu omulungi ogw'okunoonya emikono kakati Clark n'agamba nti nti muwandiikire sipiika kubanga house eri mu recess mazima house yabadde mu recess naye bwe twabadde hoima twasanze baasi za Parliament 4 nga ziri mu mikolo emirala ffe ebbaluwa yaffe yiine yagende wa sipiika tannaba kutuddamu bwe yazzeemu olunaku lwokubiri yagambye Clark yamuteereddeko hando bwe bityo we bibeera n'ababaka bano boolaba badduka nti sipiika tuwadde trip bwakuteerako hando kitegeeza agaanye akubira oli Clark nti ebyo girateeka eri ate gwawadde amugamba process ne peeni azaawula mukyala Mongo wabula atuzannye nnyo Katonda wattu mugezi amagezi agajja eri agayingiza Parliament naye nga Parliament is a place of fairness naye twagala tutegeeze mukyala Amongo okubeera sipiika si kyekyenjawulo ku babaka abalala she is one first of equals yatukulembera ye mukama waffe naye abeere n'obwenkanya mu ngalo ze sipiika abeera n'obwenkanya mu ngalo ze tugenda kunoonya mikono already tulina mandate ya babaka 170 emikono 17 gye tulina gye twetisse abo si nsonga ya kusaagiramu otumira kika baasi akamu ak'abantu 12 bokka 12 abagenda ate hoima weerezayo baasi 4 nga te Parliament eri mu recess nefe wano tusabako ka baasi aka otuwe n'ekisaati omusirikale oba kopolo oba kisaati atuulaawo mu maaso tugende tukole emirimu gy'eggwanga aganye madamu Anita Amongo tuli bawulize gy'oli naye leka kubanga weegwiridde olubege sipiika agwiridde nnyo olubege mu nsonga eno emulemye atagala nayo asituka bwagwa aganye why what have we done mwandikire Clark mugende wa speaker mudde wa Clark mudde wa speaker then where
the fullness
ekimala tweyanzeege mwebale tubeetondera address yabadde nzibu naye mutusonyiwe olw'obudde bwe tumaze nga
njagala kwebaza bannamawulire omulimu mugukoze ate nze njagala mumanye nze mama wange yanzaala nkaaba teri mwana gwe bazaala n'atakaaba n'abamulamu teri agenda kusiba bulago bwange kwogera wano ate teri agenda kuntekamu bwongo obukyamu ekyo tekisoboka naye kansooke eno Parliament ngibaddemu ensonga eno eri bipartisan bwe twali wano mu Parliament mubaddewo ebintu byetuleese byalikolo ya Parliament mimanyi sirabangako babaka ba Parliament bali mu opposition batya kusayininga nsose kiraba kati era bwe tubayinza kuddamu kuwangula bajja bakuba akalulu bakawulire bwe kasiiwa ababaka ba Democratic Party mwe nava kati nga kyotera teretanga kuwadde omubaka n'omu okusayininga ensonga gye tuliko si ya bwaseruganda bwa ggwanga na bw'oba ogamba nti buli ggwanga eribbye tulireke then tetugenda kufuna bba mu ggwanga bwe tugamba buli ddiini ebbye tugireke tugenda kufuna ddiini ekola ki bubbi yenna mu ggwanga naye ng'oli mubaka wa paalamenti ne bakuwandiikako nti tomanyi kusoma mwe temumanyi kusoma abasajja balina gye babadde eno bagamba ffe tetumanyi kusoma n'akamu nojja ku makya nga osibye akaviiri kalungi nnyo kalipstick kamyansa gwe omwami osibye ettaayi yonna nkambwe nga tuteriiko kafuufu drive akudropinga wali ne bakugulira n'oyingira kantiini n'olya ku kyayi bateekawo wano commission mwe bwa kyayi biki noddayo n'ogamba mbu bakuyisa atamanyi kusoma nawe nokkiriza abantu abatulonda mulina omulimu munene okukwata ababaka bammwe mubagobe gye bali eyo mubazzeeyo misinde mubagambe ensonga ekutiisa okusayininga kiki kankiddemu ffe wano mutulaba bwe tubasaba timujje gwe komishona gundi mwami gundi naawe tubeere ffenna mu puroguramu twogere ensonga eno bwe mba mulimu Ssekikubo sigenda kujjamu bw'aba Sewungu ajjamu sigenda kugendamu obaho nawe Nyongole yajja naye mwatandika mugamba nti sente situzifunanga era nange nzirinze kati olwaliro ogamba tife twazikola ki twaziyisa kati ekituufu kyekiriwa
omukyala bwe yabadde
omukyala gundi akampulira ye yagambye nti nze naziwa abantu bange zava mu finance Matiya Kasaija minisita twali naye ku mmeeza eno wano ng'ayingira ku lwokubiri wano ne mugamba sayininga nagamba mujje mu office tugenda kugendayo ne mugamba n'agamba si kituufu ebintu by'okutiirira ebintu bino kati ekkubo lye balina lyakutuvuma bavuma Ssekikubo bavuma Sewungu kankiddemu wano nze ndi musajja mukatoliki ate omukatoliki abeera n'ebintu bisatu abeera ne sapule kamulali ne opena buli wabeera ebyo bisatu mbeera nabyo nina opena nina sapule ne kamulali kati gwe olowooza nti abalonzi babeera mu kereziya okoba mu kkanisa weerimba buli we bali tubanoonyaawo tugendagenda embalala tugendagenda ebushenyi naye ddala omuntu ngaaho nawe mwine empaka aba atya nga tannasayininga yakakyeyalinga select committees wano za mirundi esatu nga NSSF kweri tekibangawo mu palamenti nti chairman omu expert nti yekagwa alina okubeera chairman wa select committee mbwene ate abanyankole bali omu mbarabona bahunama nibareba omusigazi honorable member eyalugire mu youth n'araba omu muhanda ali kugenda amagara geeye omubaka wa parliament owa opposition owa UPC nga ne president wa UPC atuula mu parliament ne bakugamba nti tomanyi kusoma nga kitawe yali president nga tosayininga nga ddala oba okola kiwano bawakazi MPs ekyaleeta ababaka bawakazi wano kulwanirira abakozi kambawo ekyokulabirako wetwogerera kati abasomesa b'oluswayiri mu Uganda baganya obbawo emirimu abasomesa ba arts baganya obbawo emirimu abalina obbogerera baki bawakazi 1.7 billion esobola okusavinga abasomesa mu gavumenti abasomesa 200 aba primary abasomesa 200 mu financial year ezo sente zakubwa ne ziriibwa naye ebyo byokututiisatiisa wano kati kansembe na kino nabagamba buli wiiki wano tugenda kufuna ekipya ekiri mu palamenti mwami Museveni jo ebbaluwa sipiika yagyesomedde nga naye omulaba agisoma tetambula ate tujagala mpija nosi twagifunye naye ku likodi ekola ki kweri naye ng'agamba babaka muli babbi ekyaziza motion eno si nsonga ndala bubbi bwa ssente budget baali munyonyo banywa soda balya nkoko basulayo bawugako ekawungeezi bayisa budget yino yakomyewo kakati ekipya ekizuuse kubba TV wetukolera gym TV n'endongo gye tusala nga tukuba aerobics ago nago mapya gokyakwatako wano muwamu ogalesi bakomishona ba parliament njagala mbabuulire mwe ababaka ba parliament abasirise mwe musinzo abatidde okusayininga mwe musinzo okuleeta obubbi wano banaffe batano bali mu kkomera lwaki 5 of them bali mu ate bajja kusiba abalala bali mu kkomera njagala mmalize nga mbategeeza mubikule lwaki Tandakwire we yali ava wano waliwo olutalo lunene nnyo ku kiraka wa parliament era Tandakwire ali Makindye muvuge munoonye ababuulire awo mukyala Kibigekemu n'abalina okubeera wano kandi n'ebigenda mu maaso commission yeyina omukono gunene okuuma parliament obutaba be basinga obubbi bali babyewo n'emmeeza yaffe wano commissioner ng'obyewo emmeeza omaze okubba miliyoni 4 ate obbe n'emmeeza yaffe ng'ogamba nti ngo tojja kwogera kubanga oyogera ku mukatoliki munno kabuleŋŋane balaba bayitawo obuyisi bwe batambula butambuzi bati obagamba bannange mujje nga baga
mukiikirira abakozi
mukiikirira mujje musayininge
essente z'abakozi
tekyandibadde nti ffe tulina okuvuga emmotoka zaffe ne tutambula tugende Bushenyi ng'ate otumye emmotoka waliwo omubaka wano yakola omukolo mu constituency yatwala costers 10 zonna ne zibeera eyo ne basi nga ziri eyo mubende eyo ate ozimanyi zaali mubende ne zijjula enfuufu ne bajja ne bazooza ku ssente za parliament n'olwekyo babaka bannaffe ab'opposition nga tufunye abatuse kubanga omukono guno munene busoose kuva mu NRM naye mmwe ab'opposition oba otya nga oli mubaka wava mu opposition nga tomanyi nti olina okusayininga ati oyo mukwano gwange oyo mukwano gwange bajja babbako ne bakazi bammwe nga mukyepanga olwe mikwano olwe munakiwulira
njagala kwebaza Katonda nti tutuuse we tutuuse kati tunoonya mukono 7 ez'ababaka naye n'emmotoka gye tusabye tebagituwadde njagala kukakasa bannayuganda nti tujja kwefiiriza tukozese ssente zaffe okutuuka wonna wonna we twagala okutuuka tujja kuvuga emmotoka zaffe okutuuka mu districts ezitali zimu naye ate ekikulu ennyo njagala kutegeeza bannayuganda nti ssemateeka owa Uganda constitution yaffe esaba ewa omulimu guno gw'okulwanisa enguzi buli munnayuganda yenna alina okulwanisa enguzi Kawairo 17 eya ssemateeka mugende musome so mulimu gwa buli munnayuganda yenna nga mu bannayuganda mulimu ababaka okulwanisa enguzi mulimu gwa munnayuganda yenna okwogera kyayagala okwogera kasita kyayogera kiri mu mateeka so kibi nnyo okulaba nti buli avaayo okwogera ku nguzi kati kasita avaayo nayogera ku nguzi mu parliament nti bamukwata njagala kusaba poliisi nti mulimu gwammwe gwa kukuma ddembe oba okulaba nti waliwo order mu Uganda mu bw'oba muntu ayagala kwekalakasa bw'aba yekalakasa mu mirembe nga talina mundu tali violent talwana naye nga yekalakasa mu mirembe lwaki mumukwata tuddeyo tutunulire ssemateeka era njagala kusaba ne IGP omupya ne bakulembeze abalala abapoliisi abakozesa amaanyi ate amaanyi ge bagajja tetumanyi lwaki mugaana bannayuganda okwekalakasa mu mirembe omuntu omu n'asituka n'atambula n'ekipande muntu omu era ne mukwata kati tunakola tutya nga ssemateeka tugivumirira nsaba bannayuganda tebabatiisatiisa mwogere ku nguzi ffe nga ababaka bammwe tujja kwogera ku nguzi Kaliisolisa wa government mulimo gwo kulwanisa nguzi. Ye mulinze ki okujja mu parliament? Tubalinze. President yawandiise n'agamba nti enguzi eri mu parliament. Kaliisolisa wa government atudde. Mulwanisa babbi abalala batonotono. Ababaka ba parliament tuli namba 17 mu order of precedence. Tuli bantu bakulu nnyo. So tetusobola kubeera na nguzi nga boogera nti waliwo enguzi mu parliament ate ne musirika gye musirisa naye mugoba bakaawo mugoberera ba town clerk ne muleka wano parliament just opposite. Temwetaaga na mafuta mutambule butambuzi kuva mu office mujje wano munoonyereze kubanga kye twagala kwe kulaba nti mutangala oba muteeke everything kibeere mu open. Oba waliwo enguzi report efulume nti tewali ndi waliwo enguzi. Oba tewaliwo nguzi report efulume nti tewali nguzi. Otherwise kati buli Munnayuganda yenna amanyi nti babaka ba parliament bonna babbi. Ate ffenna si babbi. Ffenna tetuli babbi. Twagala kulaba nti ffe motion eno yaku babaka okwogera ku bino ebyogerwa mu social media nti waliwo enguzi mu parliament. Bw'oba tetusobola kyogerako mu parliament kati tukola kiwa? Musituke bannayuganda era bajja kunkwata kubanga mbagambye musituke naye kiri mu ssemateeka mwogere.
Nti waliwo enguzi wano ku parliament yaffe naye tusaba Sipiika
Commissioner abegabira ensimbi z'omusolo abakola mu kuwombolwa abannansi abagenda okugobwa ebizibu basango biwulidde ne bafungubidde bagamba ekijja kijja ekiba kibe balina okuluggusa kwatebulayo abantu batini nnyo nnyini ddala nolwekyo babanoonya gye bali basooka nga bafuna batikako signature zaabwe ate basobole okuyita buli kikolo yitibwa ebigambo batubuulire ensimbi engeri zaayisibwamu babona bajja batugamba nga bwe zaayisibwa tetumanyi kusoma tutegeera tuyisa ensimbi etayifaako kati twagala tuzule zaayisibwa ddi zaayisibwa zitya era ani yaziyisaawo. Mbaagala nnyo mwenna Mukama bakuume tujja kuba tuli mweraba.